a goddess born not from a mother's womb, but from her father's splitting headache. That's the incredible birth of Athena. How could such an impossible event occur? What drove Zeus to such extremes? Prepare to uncover a myth so extraordinary, it challenges everything we know about divine legends. In the dawn of the gods, Zeus reigned supreme. With thunderbolts in his grasp and the heavens under his command, he seemed invincible. But beneath that facade of unshakable confidence lay a deep-seated fear, a prophecy that threatened everything he held dear. Long before this fear took root, Zeus had overthrown his own father, Cronus, to claim the throne. Cronus, in turn, had usurped his father Uranus. This cycle of patricide cast a long shadow over Zeus's rule, a haunting reminder that absolute power is never secure. Enter Metis, the titaness of wisdom and deep thought. Renowned for her intellect and revered among both titans and gods, she captivated Zeus like no other. Their union was more than a meeting of powers. It was a fusion of wisdom and might. Yet, destiny had a twist in store. An ancient prophecy whispered that Metis would bear children more powerful than their father. First, a daughter equal in strength and wisdom, then a son destined to dethrone Zeus. Imagine the turmoil within Zeus upon hearing this. The fear of history repeating itself gnawed at him. Could he, the almighty Zeus, fall as his father did? The mere thought was unbearable. His mind raced, weighing his options. Should he accept fate or take drastic measures to prevent it? In his desperation, Zeus concocted a plan as cunning as it was ruthless. He decided to outwit Metis, whose very essence was wisdom. One day, he approached her with a charming smile. "Metis," he said, "I've heard tales of your incredible shape-shifting abilities. Care to show me?" Metis, ever trusting and perhaps flattered by his interest, agreed readily. "Of course, Zeus. It would be my pleasure." She transformed gracefully into a majestic lion, her golden mane shimmering. Zeus applauded, eyes gleaming with feigned admiration. "Magnificent, but can you become something even grander?" Accepting the challenge, Metis morphed into a towering oak tree, its branches stretching towards the heavens. "Impressive," Zeus remarked, "but I bet you can't become the smallest creature imaginable." A playful grin spread across Metis's face. "Oh, can't I?" she retorted. Concentrating briefly, she shrank down into a tiny, delicate fly, buzzing lightly around Zeus. Seizing the moment, Zeus acted swiftly. With a sudden inhale, he opened his mouth and swallowed her whole. The act was so quick, so unexpected, that Metis had no time to react. His ruse had worked. He had tricked the tightness of wisdom herself. But swallowing Metis was not the end. It was merely the beginning. Unbeknownst to Zeus, Metis was already carrying their child. Within the depths of his being, Metis began crafting a set of armor and weaving robes for their unborn daughter. The clanging of metal and the rhythmic beat of a hammer echoed inside Zeus's mind, a relentless reminder of his deed. Days turned into weeks, and the pounding grew more intense. Zeus's headaches were excruciating, unlike any pain he had ever known. His usual stoicism gave way to visible agony. The other gods watched with concern and curiosity. What could ail the mighty Zeus so profoundly? In a rare moment of vulnerability, Zeus summoned Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths and craftsmen. "Hephaestus, I need your aid," Zeus uttered through gritted teeth. "Split my head open. I cannot bear this torment any longer." Hephaestus hesitated. To harm the king of gods was unthinkable, yet Zeus's command was absolute. Gathering his courage, he raised his hammer high. With a thunderous strike, he cleaved Zeus's skull. From the fissure burst Athena, radiant and formidable. Fully grown, clad in gleaming armor and brandishing a spear, she emerged with a resounding battle cry that shook the very foundations of Olympus. The gods stood in awe as wisdom personified stood before them. Athena's eyes shone with a brilliance that spoke of intelligence beyond measure. She was a vision of strength and grace, embodying the best of both her parents. In that moment, Zeus's fear transformed into pride. The prophecy had been fulfilled, but not as he had dreaded. His daughter did not seek to overthrow him. Instead, she became his staunchest ally, offering counsel that would fortify his reign. The other gods whispered among themselves. Some were amazed, others envious. Hera, Zeus's queen, eyed Athena with a mixture of suspicion and intrigue. What would this new goddess mean for the balance of power on Olympus? Athena's birth was more than a miraculous event. It was a turning point in divine history. She carried within her the wisdom of Metis and the authority of Zeus. Her emergence signified a new era where intellect and strategy would rival sheer strength. Zeus's actions, driven by fear, had unintended consequences. Yet, perhaps swallowing Metis had imbued him with some of her wisdom, subtly guiding his future decisions. Athena's presence promised not only to uphold Zeus's sovereignty, but to elevate the gods to new heights of enlightenment. As the sun set over Mount Olympus, casting a golden hue over the celestial palace, one couldn't help but wonder, how would Athena's arrival reshape the destiny of gods and mortals alike? So, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and consider liking this video. Join us as we continue to explore the captivating myths of ancient Greece.